Hey guys, it's Catherine from 85th and Pine, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison on Glowforge versus Thunder, and I'm going to name out a few pros and cons of both of them. Alright, so here's the side-by-side of Thunder and Glowforge. We got Thunder on the left side and Glowforge on the right. Now this is in real time, and they are cutting on the exact same material. So we used 1/8 inch Baltic birch plywood for this. And it's going to engrave, then score, and then cut, both on the left and the right side right here. And these are the settings we chose to use for these two machines. So for Thunder, we used a cut setting of 50 speed and 70 power, and engrave setting of 400 speed and 60 power. Now on the Glowforge, we used 150 speed and full power for cutting, and 535 speed with 70 power for engraving. Now that 535 speed, the Glowforge can go up to 1,000 speed, but 535 for this project is the speed we wanted to use for the outcome that we got. So as you can see, Thunder is going faster on the left-hand side, and we'll speed up the Glowforge in a time lapse once the Thunder is done on that side. So we just wanted to do a quick and simple design on both our Glowforge Basic and our Thunder Nova 35 100 watt. We ended up just doing a maze that has some engraving, scoring, and cutting on it. Same exact size, same detail. And the Glowforge did it in about 14.5 minutes and Thunder did it in about 5 minutes. So I'll just point out the obvious first, that Thunder is faster, and a couple other pros on Thunder. It has a Z-axis, which means the bed can move up and down pretty far so that you can put bulkier items in there to engrave, which is really nice. It also has the option to buy a rotary attachment, so you can engrave tumblers, glassware, drinkware, stuff like that. And what I really like about Thunder as well is their framing feature. So when you go to print a project beforehand, you can click the frame where the laser head will move and show you exactly on the bed where it's going to end up printing. So that's really nice in case you need to adjust it to make sure it's on your material. There are a couple cons on Thunder that I wanted to point out. It is very hard to learn at first, especially if you're completely new to lasering. Even me having a background with Glowforge, I was completely lost with Thunder. It was completely different. So the learning curve was much harder. It took me maybe like a month off and on to figure out what I needed to do, settings, everything like that. It was very frustrating, to be honest, and luckily I got past that point and we're good to go now, but it is much harder of a learning curve than Glowforge. Also, a con about Thunder, the machines are very big, so that is a pro and a con, but it is very difficult to get in through a doorway. So we had to move our Thunder Nova 35 from our garage into our front door, which is maybe, I don't know, 30 feet or so. So it was very, very difficult. We had 3 guys do it. We had to take off the base of the machine and then flip it on its side in order for it to fit through the doorway. But just moving it was very hard because it's so heavy and bulky. So that is a con in my opinion because it's not easily movable. Unfortunately, we are going to have to move it one more time because we are moving in a couple of months here. So we're gonna have to put it down steps into a basement, and we have like maybe 15 to 20 steps going into a basement. So we are dreading that move just because of moving the Thunder machine. Now we are not gonna move it ourselves. We're gonna hire a moving company, but we're a little concerned about it because it's a very heavy machine. So hopefully they won't break it, especially because we're gonna be right in the middle of our busy season during the holidays. So that will be very interesting. But that's kind of a dread for us. So unfortunately that is a con with Thunder. Now I did want to move on to Glowforge and do a few pros and cons on that as well. A few pros on Glowforge. It is very easy to learn. There is not much of a learning curve to it. We got it up and running and printing within 30 minutes when we bought it back in 2020. It's very simple. You just upload your design to their web-based program. You click print on your computer and then it lights up a button on the machine, and that's when you click that one button on the machine. So very easy, not much of a learning curve. Also, it is very compact. So it is easy to move through a doorway or down the stairs or really anywhere where you want to put it. You do have to have 2 people to move it, but it is very easy to move and that's not any much of a headache. Also, it is more affordable than Thunder. There are 3 different options with Glowforge at this point. There's the Basic, the Plus, and the Pro models. And those are all overall much cheaper than Thunder machines. So keep that in mind as well. There are a couple cons on Glowforge. In my opinion, one of them is internet. You have to have internet to operate the machine. So if you don't have good Wi-Fi or if it's really spotty, you might need to upgrade that just so you can rely on good internet. Because if you don't have it, you can't use your machine. Also, one of the cons that I don't like about the machine is when you go to upload your design on their program and then you click print on your computer, sometimes it can take a long time to render and process that print to send it to the machine. Sometimes it takes a few minutes or even more than a few minutes. It just kind of depends on the size of your file and what you are printing. So in the end, Thunder and Glowforge are really 2 totally different machines. Yes, they can both engrave and cut and score, but it kind of just depends what you're looking for. Now, if you are interested in a more industrial size machine to process very large orders, then Thunder might be the option for you. Now, if you are a first-time laser user and you want ease of use and not too much of a learning curve with it, then Glowforge might be the right option for you. So you kind of have to just weigh your pros and cons, do some research, and decide what machine works best for you and your business. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions you might have about Thunder or Glowforge. I'm happy to help, and if you could please like and subscribe my channel for future content, it'd really help me out and I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.